journey as skies blue. By his side, strong and true, man at arms brings the power to Skeletor with his evil schemes. Humans ready, battle screams. Defend Castle Grayskull, stand for the light, never fall, never hide. He-Man's might. Skeletor strikes hard, cruel and wild. He-Man stands firm, fearless child. Battle cries echo through the night. Teal spear gleams in the moonlight. Power of Grayskull flows within. He-Man's heart won't let them win. Together we'll fight for the land. Eternity is hope in their hands. Defend Castle Grayskull, stand for the light. Never fall, never hide. He-Man's might. Defend Castle Grayskull, stand for the light. Never fall, never hide. He-Man's might. He-Man's might. He-Man's might. Skeletor strikes hard, cruel and wild. He-Man stands firm, fearless child. Battle cries echo through the night. Teal spear gleams in the moonlight. Power of Grayskull flows within. He-Man's heart won't let them win. Together we'll fight for the land. Eternity is hope in their hands. Defend Castle Grayskull, stand for the light. Never fall, never hide. He-Man's might. Defend Castle Grayskull, stand for the light. Never fall, never hide. He-Man's might. He-Man's might. He-Man's might. He-Man's might. He-Man's might. Teal by his side, strong and true. Man at arms brings the power to Skeletor with his evil schemes. He-Man's ready, battle screams. Castle Grayskull, stand for the light. Never fall, never hide. He-Man's might. Defend Castle Grayskull, stand for the light. Never fall, never hide. He-Man's might. Skeletor strikes hard, cruel and wild. He-Man stands firm, fearless child. Battle cries echo through the night. Teal spear gleams in the moonlight. Power of Grayskull flows within. He-Man's heart won't let them win. Together we'll fight for the land. Eternity is hope in their hands. Defend Castle Grayskull, stand for the light. Never fall, never hide. He-Man's might.
Happy Saturday evening, everyone. It's 10 o'clock. That means that it's time for late night on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. I'm Bill, your host, and we got a good show prepared for you tonight. Who has joined us tonight? Let us look over here in the chat and see. Honor U83 has the distinction of being first tonight. Hello, sir. And he wishes that Jonezer and I had a good day. We did. We certainly did. And George Valentine is with us. Hey, George, good to see you. John from Figuratively Speaking says hello. Motu Joneser hopping in the chat down there. He'll be with me in just a second. And we have Susudio with us as well. Hey, Susudio, good to see you. Hope you enjoy your Stinkor figure. And Figuratively Speaking says he's getting on a plane and leaving at 4 a.m. I would love to know where you're going, man. You never have told us. But I hope that you have a safe journey. Safe and good journey. So let's get Jonezer on in the house and let's get this started. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that tonight, Cecile, but yeah, I did hear. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? It's Jonezer, your favorite comic book guy. So let's do this!
Good evening, sir.
How are y'all doing?
Well, we're doing all right.
Salutes and salutations.
Absolutely. And how you like your new emoticon or emoji there, Susudio? I was able to get that done courtesy of Sean and Nightwing here recently. They helped us out by joining the channel and giving us the channel members necessary for me to add one more brand new emoji, special member only emoji for the members to use. As always, we're having internet connection difficulties here at Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures, but hopefully things will work out. I need to get a good sound check from everybody and see if we're sounding okay. And hopefully Jonezer doesn't sound like Roboto. What about it, Jonezer?
Do I sound like Roboto? Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto?
I wouldn't know because I never hear that, but they do, and you can hear it on the replay. San Juan, taking a cruise, 4 ports of call. Oh, that sounds like fun. Good. So you have a good time there, John, and you be careful and don't drink the water. Well, if Susudio says we sound good, then we have to be sounding good, right?
Yeah, she's usually pretty on it.
She's not only just on it, but she's on it hard sometimes. All right, so
well, I can't do nothing about what I sound like. I either sound good or I don't.
Yeah, at this point I have tweaked everything I can think of tweaking. And I did try to get the show set up reasonably well tonight. Hey, Nightwing, good to see you, sir. Let's do this, says he, and we are. We're going to get this done, Jack. And he's using some of our member only emojis there in the chat. Good deal, man. So we got us a good show prepared tonight. We got over 30 memes in the memes tonight. It was a good harvest, and thank you to all the channel members who contributed memes. And shout out to Gojitron. He got in on the on the memes as well. He sent me a few memes to my personal DM over there on the Insta. And we only pick on the folks we like. That's right. Yeah, we picking at you there. And if we didn't like you, we wouldn't pick at you. If I didn't like you, you wouldn't even be here. And I love you, Studio. You are probably one of the most loyal members that we have here, Nightwing, with a $5 super chat. And he says, Bill's Superpowers team. Well, we'll get you set up there when we get down to the music and fun. We've got a lot of show to do right now, but we will get it all done today. Thank you so much for that wonderful super chat there, sir. And I got to refresh the featured chat here. I can't show it on the screen, but it will show up directly above my head here in just a second.
I got something. Are you a and so do you have any Nightwing comic books? And if no, would you like some?
Good question. Sounds to me like Jonezer's getting ready to send out a care package to someone. Fun show last night, guys, says Nightwing. Yeah, we had a great time last night. There we go. There's a super chat right up above my head there. Thank you for that super chat, Nightwing. Yeah, we had a great show last night. And Nightwing says yes to all of that. Nightwing, I suggest that you friend Anthony Jonezer over there on the Instagram and get with him, because I think he wants to send you a load of cool stuff in the mail. It says Jonezer was fading in and out. He sounds pretty decent to me, but I don't know. Gojatron, I went to work today and drove the forklift like a damn fool.
Well, if you didn't go off the dock plate and blow up, you did fine.
Yeah, that if you didn't try to grab your work order on the fly as you were going by, waving hello to your friend and snatching your whole arm off, you've done well, sir. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch last night's show, it was a fucking hoot. I did have to go in, and YouTube has given me a brand new editing tool that's supposed to edit out just the music, leaving all other sounds intact, including voices. So the little portions of that video that got me, I edited out the music in it, but I haven't gone back and rewatched it to see if it screwed it up entirely or not. There you go. You got a big old thumbs up from Nightwing, and Lucidio is so glad that she is retired. You enjoy it, my dear. I can't wait till I can. And I hope that I don't do like every other man in my family has done and retire and 6 months later be in the ground.
Gotta stay busy.
Yeah, I guess that's the case. All right. Are you ready for some memes of the week, Jones? Or we need to get into these damn memes, because we got a good load of them, and you gave me one right at the end. It's kind of topical, and yeah, we know what happened today, and yeah, we're gonna make light of it because that's the only thing that we fucking can do, right, Joneser?
Well, not too light of it.
No, we got to stay sane somehow. All right, here we go. Memes of the week, folks.
Memes of the week. Memes of the week.
Here we go. Struggle of having a dad bod. We aren't just a piece of meat, people. Hey, my eyes are up here.
Yeah, my eyes are up here. Be staring at my luscious man titties. I'm a person.
All of this down here used to be up here, but it fell over the years.
Budweiser.
All right, next meme of the week. It's summer, people, so remember, only you can prevent that ass from stinking.
That is an uphill climb now, not at this time with the humidity the way it is.
Well, I come home from work with swamp ass every day, and it's time to take a bath or a shower or something. We got to get all cleaned up because we're not gonna get nothing out of it if we don't get clean. And Eli and Evil Lynn have already told us what happens if we don't clean it up there.
All right. No fun time.
Oh dear, this is horrible.
I don't know. Looked like the breakup went great. He's got bacon.
Everything's better with bacon on it, is it not?
Right.
Water has to hit me 2 times a day, says figuratively speaking.
It's nasty out there.
It is humid. The humidity is what really gets me. That's what makes me sweat like I don't know. I just wringing wet when I come home, like I've been underwater.
Well,
But
I'm out in Minnesota. Minnesota is known for being cold, but right now it is very humid. But I grew up in California. You would think I'd be all right with it, but man, I'm more built for the cold than I am for the heat.
Well, California heat's different from Delta heat. I can tell you that's probably a drier heat.
Very much so.
Now, I have a lot of guys at work sit there and they wear shorts and t-shirts and stuff like that. I wear my same work clothes that I wear in the winter and the summer in there. I have a work shirt over a t-shirt, and I have my work pants on and my steel-toed boots and my do-rag to keep the chips out of my hair. And they asked me, aren't you burning up in that? No, I'm not, because all of that soaks up all that sweat, so that when I finally do stand in front of that fan blowing that hot air, it actually feels cool to me.
Makes
And
sense.
Jeff has joined us. Pouring rain here, so muggy, he says. Good to see you, All Music Fan 88. I got you, and figuratively speaking, on my damn mind, Jeff. And good to see you there. All right, let's get on to the next meme here. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, shut the hell up, and they weren't even talking to you?
Preemptive, shut the hell up.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad you are here, sir. Glad you are here. Right along here to the next one. I bet you shower naked, you slut. I
I
shower
think it was
naked.
more like with a pause, like, I bet you showered naked, slut.
Look at those. Look at those eyes. Those accusing eyes.
Trying to emulate that face right now.
I'm going to say that this was given to me by a cat lover by the name of Mike of Manic Plastic Toy Shop. I'm suspicious when a person doesn't like cats, but I totally trust a cat when it doesn't like a person. They have a
I'm kind of
sneaky.
more that way with my dogs.
It's pretty much the same. They have this uncanny ability to sense evil. That moment when your shadow's having a little bit more fun than you are.
Yeehaw. Yes, he is. That shadow is living his best life.
Lucidio says, if you don't shower naked, you don't get clean. Truer words were never spoken. Kind of like changing your oil, but not changing the oil filter.
Right.
Putting on the same
Or
pair
it
of dirty
could be
drawers every day.
you're washing your clothes at the same time you're washing your body. Everything is getting clean all at once.
Yep. That's a captain's log, all right, says Mr. Spook.
Oh, damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a plunger man.
All right. Oh, toilets in space getting clogged up with big old steamy dumps.
Imagine when they flush, then the turd just grows in space junk and becomes a comet.
I wonder if the Starship inner poop shoves all the poop out into space like they do on the airplanes.
Either that or it's fuel for the phaser or photon torpedoes or proton or whichever one they
I
are.
thought those were demented crystals.
Yeah, that's for the speed or the fuel.
So, I've often thought this, and ever since this whole idea of a United States fucking Space Force started, the whole military has done nothing but meme and make fun of this shit. And who in their right mind used the Starfleet Command logo for the damn Space Fleet logo needs to be shot in the head. How can you have
Here's
any?
the thing. We either have to have a space force or space army or what have you, or we are just going to lay down and bend over for the interplanetary war that is inevitably coming.
What interplanetary war?
Haven't you watched Star Wars or Star Trek? There are aliens out there and they are hostile beings and they are going to attack us, and we are not ready because we don't have a space force.
I am firmly under the impression that we're living in a simulation, and that the
Oh,
simulation doesn't include but what we can see here, and that that's one of the reasons why there aren't any aliens and we're not going to encounter any, is because the simulation hasn't been programmed to have anything other than what we're in right here in our little bubble.
well, Bill, I think my tinfoil hat fits on my head a little differently than your tinfoil hat fits on yours. There we are. Well played, sir. Well played.
I'll let you read it.
Since Bert and Ernie's coming out, I look at the first coat hanger differently. Oh, Jesus. Ah, that's terrible.
These are not all my memes, people. It's other people's memes as well, but you know, it's what it is.
Do look awful happy to have their little thingamadings through the wall like that.
Oh, I know it. Moving right along here. Oh, Space Force was supposed to be to intercept rocket launched at us. Oh, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay. I thought that was the Star Wars space defense system. Remember that shit?
Right. Or to stop the Klingons from attacking.
Oh, the ones that are circling Uranus. I don't know how people get eaten by sharks. I mean, how can you not hear the music?
Right? Dead giveaway.
Dun 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 dun. Who's gonna win?
Big guy.
Certainly not Dementia Man with a diaper on.
Probably not. That one didn't even need words.
Everything we sell sucks.
The Everett Vacuum Factory.
4 more years. There is an uncanny resemblance there, is there not?
I would have to say so, although I will admit the Crypt Keeper is took much better care of himself.
You can understand what the Crypt Keeper says. He can talk coherently.
And his story actually goes somewhere and makes sense. He's not talking about back in Scranton.
Oh my. In case you missed the debate,
Jesus. Bill, these suddenly got very political. Is that because of
I did
certain
not pick these all. I picked some of them, yes. But which one is Biden? You tell me there, Rickster.
jackass?
Don't insult the poor crypt keeper. Crypt keeper could take care of himself.
Rickster, I am very happy you're here. I set up today's comic corner with you in mind, sir.
Ooh, that's intriguing. There, that should keep him. That should keep him on the edge of his seat. We're about halfway through these. Here we go. Next one. When you meet someone who uses pronouns, it's time for a gender check.
Right? Whatcha? Right to the barbarians.
Mm-hmm. That face you make when the human you've abducted really enjoys being probed. Ooh.
He likes it. Yeah, blank his memory anyway.
In through the nose, out through the mouth, George. Thank you, Jonezer, says Rickster. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, what do you mean they missed?
Oh.
Now, I'm telling you, folks, I'm taking my life in my own hands by even putting this up here because you know he's dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Rick says, I think the aliens are time travelers.
They also have access to the simulation, apparently.
Well, that could be. I mean, they do screw with us. That the simulation theory is one of the explanations for the Mandela effect. A glitch in the matrix.
That one's hard for me to wrap my head around because I hated the movie The Matrix. So that does play into that.
Well, it's a glitch in the matrix, my friend.
Right.
And let's go to the next one here. Oh, here we go. More toys that never got made that might not. I don't know. I think I'd buy this. This looks like fun.
Yeah, this one does look like fun. Although I don't know. It, well, it is what it is.
Who's on the other side of the doorway? Good question there, CCL. Next. Canadian bacon. Do you get it? If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, it's a South Park. Hey there, buddy.
Terrence and Phillip. Me checking if the salad I ate last night has worked its magic.
Magic 8 Ball saying no.
Remember, if you have sex with an illegal alien, you are literally anal probing an alien.
I suppose you is.
The Clam Rattler 9000.
I ought to get the job done. Better check her fillings after that one.
This has been shared quite a bit. Apparently, 4chan is not the only place that is the source of memes. Apparently, there's a place called Reddit. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I'm in there.
As a child, my family's mealtime menu consisted of two choices: take it or leave it.
Right.
If you didn't fix what mama made, she ain't making you chicken nuggets, Jack. You just gonna go hungry.
Yep. That was how it was.
The McJagger.
Nice. Yeah, he can't get no satisfaction.
Not with the rising prices of fast food. Have you heard about that?
Oh, I've seen it. 99-cent menus turned into the $3.99 menu.
It has. I had to eat today, and I went to McDonald's and I bought a double cheeseburger and a large fry, Coca-Cola. Cost me damn near $10.
I just can't eat McDonald's. I mean, I will if I'm desperate, I guess. But I mean, I'm kind of with Bill Burr on that. That crap is for children and drunk people. Like, I hate to knock on your thing there, but yeah,
I don't enjoy McDonald's either. It's just that I have such little choice between what to get in a town that has one fast food joint that's in a filling station. It's McDonald's, and there's nobody
oh, there
here
you
to
go.
fix food for me, and I have to eat something, and I'm hungry.
Suppose. You ever heard of a peanut butter sandwich, Bill?
That would require there to be a jar of peanut butter in the house and a loaf of bread that isn't stale or molded.
I do think you could probably get a jar of peanut butter and a loaf of bread for under $10. Just throwing that out there.
Thank you, sir. Jonezer is an economist, folks. I had the $5 lunch specials at McDonald's today. What did that consist of? Mick Jagger got booed in Canada for saying he liked Trudeau. I bet. Waffle House and booze go hand in hand. Waffle
There
House
you
is the
go.
place to eat at 2 a.m. after the bars close, so that you can either go in there just for the floor show or not go in there and avoid it.
All right. Well, you just get some fluffy pancakes or something to soak up all that booze.
Did they have scary movies when you were a kid? Me, when I was a kid, everything was scary.
Right? I
Man.
forgot about the little pirate man.
Oh yeah, that's Captain Hook there, and the Hamburglar when he really did look horrible. Um,
Right.
Professor
Rubble,
Fry
rubble.
Guys, Big Mac, Grimace, Mayor McCheese, and of course Ronald McDonald.
Gotta bring
Double
it back.
cheeseburger, small fries, 6 nuggets, and a large Diet Coke, and
You got all that for $5?
and a free vanilla ice cream cone.
What freaking McDonald's do you live at?
I swear, I don't got that at mine.
No. That would have been 10, $15 where I'm at.
Our McDonald's menu for adults was over $20 for a meal. Too expensive now. Yeah, $10 a piece is about what you're gonna spend at McDonald's. Yeah, you can go to one of the mid-tier restaurants like Chili's and eat for the same price and get better food, in my opinion.
Check this out. Okay, the wife and I travel sometimes and we're traveling late. Go through the McDonald's because it's the only thing open, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the only choice. I go and I order a grilled chicken sandwich or whatever, or, crispy chicken. Oh, we don't serve that after dark. Oh,
Why?
okay. Well, I didn't even ask. I just because I know better to talk to these people. So I just said, okay, then I'll do the double quarter pounder with cheese. Oh, we don't serve that after dark. I'm like,
What
what
do
can
you
I get
serve?
then? And then finally when we got to the window, I'm like, why are we doing this? I mean, if they're trying to like make me eat healthy at the McDonald's, you want to know how you eat healthy at the McDonald's? You just don't go there.
You're not gonna eat healthy at McDonald's. Anybody that thought so was crazy. Cheerios, Chico's, Tacos. Hello there, sir. On the McDonald's app, you can get any breakfast sandwich for $1. Hey, that's great. Great news. I'm glad to know that. I'm going to eat breakfast there in the morning for $1. And thank you for joining us tonight, sir. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do, and hit the like button and all that good stuff. And we're glad to have you here with us tonight. McDonald's made the most money during the coup, and yet they jacked up the price.
Everybody
All right,
jacked up the
next.
price then.
All right, I'm Bert here trying to get some sleep, and you're Ernie over there with your mind working in the middle of the night there, Jonezer. Oh, hey, Bert. In Return of the Jedi, how could the Ewoks have a dress that fit Leia? Unless they cooked and ate a woman in her size.
I'm trying to sleep here.
But I can't because now my mind is working like yours, you turd.
You know, I never thought of that. That's true. Them little cannibal teddy bear little bastards, they did cook up some woman and gave her a dress.
They must have. Well, they had a pot going. They were going to stick everybody in it and eat them before, I guess, Luke made them think C-3PO was a golden god.
He never knew he had it in him.
All right, what we got here? Oh, yeah, this is me. This is absolutely me in the car. I used to do this to my daughter and her friends all the time. Me checking if everyone else is vibing with the music that I put on, because that's what you're listening to, my music.
Me and the wife have a rule. Whoever's driving picks the tunes.
You thought wrong, Rickster. You thought way wrong. Go watch that. Go watch
They'll
Return
eat
of the
that,
Jedi
too.
again and tell me if they ain't getting ready to cook and eat them people.
Hey, all that jungle seaweed food or whatever they put in the pot, it's all gonna taste better with a little meat on the bone in there, marinating with it.
I bet Chewbacca tastes pretty good, all boiled up and grilled, and gotta skin him first. Get that fur off of him.
Yep. Save the bones for flavor for the next stew.
I can remember the days when I was in the Army and the only thing to shit in was a porta potty, and it was about 130 degrees in there. And then, yes, the fucked up shit written on the walls in there was all you had to read.
For a good time, call one.
Oh.
Then you call that number, and then she is just not happy to hear from you. As false advertising shit.
Here I sit all overheated, trying to shit, but only farted. Oh, and think about it, that you've been eating MREs all week long, and now all you got is a big, huge piece of tree bark trying to come out your asshole. You're going to be in there a while, dude. Start a family game night, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Looks like after playing with me and my kids. Looks like Lyric won again.
You ever played the banker? I always like to play the banker. That way I can mix my money with the banks.
Because if I'm not the banker, the kids cheat.
Oh, I cheat when I'm the banker. I mix my money with the bank's money. Don't you?
I don't like that. No, I'm the banker because I stopped the cheating.
Looks like my place, says Rick. All right. Here we go. Today I went to the toilet without my phone. There are 124 towels in the bathroom.
You know what's funny is in the old days you'd have a little basket with some like Reader's Digests in there, or like some Popular Mechanic, or some the big guns, or some type of magazine in there.
I've not played Payday, but I have eaten a Payday. It's a candy bar, I thought. Yep, the shitter was full.
Shitter's full, Clark.
And we finally made it to the end of these. When she changes her status to single. I'm here if you need me. Unsolicited dick pic. Want to talk? Unsolicited dick pic. Can we grab some coffee? Unsolicited dick pic. Everything okay?
For manly love, be here at 12 a.m. sharp.
Oh, you've been reading the walls down at the mall bathroom.
I think that was from Dumb and Dumber. Kick his ass, Seabass.
tap your foot for a good term. And he's sitting there tapping his foot and oh shit. Oh yeah. Here I sit all broken hearted, trying to shit, but I only farted. Yeah. Skeletor ready to get into Evil Lyn there. Evil Lyn would really try to get rid of all those Skeletors. Oh, sometimes I think she's sick of his shit.
Yeah, I knew what he was throwing out there. Dumb and Dumber. I caught it.
All right. Well, Jonesy, I made some new music and fun, and I think we're going to do that before we start the comment corner. If you don't mind, that'll give you and I both a chance to take a little break for a second and get everyone a chance to see some brand new stuff here. So it's going to start out with the brand new music video of the night. I hope you enjoy this, and we'll be back after this music and fun set. Get you a coffee cup from Jonezer if you want one. He's got a merch store as well. Here we go, folks. Music and fun.
In the dens of old Loch Lomond, mid the moor and heather tall, there strayed a lass named Dolly. With her pipe she could enthrall. She played a tune so haunting that the thistle bowed in grace. Her music told of heroes and of wretched Skeletor's embrace. He-Man needed saving in the shadows of Snake Mountain. Evil lurked and whispered near Skeletor's dark fountain. Down from skies came Zodak with wisdomation primal. Together they sought Ali, her bagpipes deemed essential. Ali the piper, hear her calling through the night. When Zodak she is blazing, her melody the light. To the aid of He-Man, her music's fierce and grand. Skeletor's bones are trembling within Eternia's land. Through the mists and ancient forests, under tartan skies afire, marched Ali with her bagpipes, her heart a roaring pyre. Her notes to dance with spirits, from the isle sky to glide. Every monster in the dark would tremble then and hide. Zodak raised an astral hand, guiding through the fear. He-Man took up his sword, and light the path made clear. Songs of war and legends, stolen in the echoes cheer. The power of Ali's piping vanquished folded sneers. Ali the piper, hear her calling through the night. When Zodak she is blazing, her melody the light. To the aid of He-Man, her music's fierce and grand. Skeletor's bones are trembling within Eternia's land. Trembling within Eternia's land.
It's time for another history lesson. Over the top and amid the carnage and confusion of no man's land stepped the Highland Regimental Bagpipers, screaming out the charge. It was the most awful music to be heard by men who had the Highlanders against them, and with fixed bayonets and hand grenades they stormed the German trenches. This is the story of the Bagpipers of World War I, the Ladies from Hell, nicknamed Die Damen aus der Hölle. Ladies from Hell by German soldiers for their distinctive tartan kilts and unparalleled bravery, the Pipers from the Black Watch, the 3rd Battalion, Royal Regiment of Scotland, garnered a fearsome reputation on the battlefields of World War I. Standing in full view of German soldiers, oftentimes armed with only their bagpipes, pipers were the first over the top, acting as a clarion call for British troops to keep moving. The sound of the bagpipes would spread terror among the German troops. When one lady from hell fell, miraculously, another piper would seemingly arise out of the trenches to take his place. The wailing of the pipers served to rouse the troops, but it came at a great cost. An easy target for the Germans, of the 2,500 pipers who served during the Great War. An estimated 500 were killed, while another 600 were wounded.
Getting ready to the blue. Skeletor with plans for something new. Gotta wash away the dirt from the day. Evil in until I got something to say. Grab that soap, start to ladder up now. Nobody's gonna go down on you. Water splashing as we sing this song. Staying fresh is where you belong. We won't go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that glow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Got demands. Teal's watching, watch that cock. No more grime and no more dirt. Clean you up, you big pervert. Rub a dub, make the helmet gleam. If you want fun, you need to scheme. Shower time, it won't last long. Join the queen and sing along. We won't go down unless you're clean. Shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that glow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. You're clean, shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. clean, shiny bright like a hero's dream. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. He-Man getting ready to super blue. Skeletor with plans for something new. Skills watch and wash that cop. No more grinding, no more dirt. Clean up, you big pervert. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go. Evil Lynn has got demands. Teela's watch and wash that cock. No more grinding, no more dirt. Clean you up, you big pervert. Rubber dub, make the helmet gleam. If you want fun, you need to scheme. Shower time, it won't last long. Join the clean and sing along. And sing along. Gotta scrub to earn that blow. He-Man and Skeletor, let's go.
We're back. If you enjoyed the new music, the new song that I played there first. Found out how Allie got to Eternia. I don't know if you...
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I know. I got it fixed where you can't, but of course you'll be able to hear it eventually. Pretty good. I spent most of the day making that, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the chat, and I'll try to keep them coming. And if it's my stuff, then I can't get got for it. That's what I'm thinking. That's my thinking on that. And Rickster and Tico's Tacos are having a good time there in the chat.
Oh, yeah, quoting some Dumb and Dumber lines.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, I thought the Rockies would be rockier. Yes.
John Denver's full of shit.
Well, actually, John Denver was kind of. All right, it's time to let Jonezer have his say here. So let's go to Jonezer's comic.
Jonezer's Comic Corner. It's Jonezer's Comic Corner. It's Jonezer's Comic Corner. It's Jonezer's Comic Corner.
So let's do this.
All right, what's up, everybody? I got a special one for you today, and this one I actually had a fella in mind when I prepared this. We got a guy out there, the Rickster, and he's on it already. It better be Hulk talk. That's exactly what we got here. We got some classic Hulk comics to show off from the 70s. I know Rickster is a big Hulk fan. And to do something a little different, this one's going to be different because most of the times when I show off comics, these are ones from my personal collection that are not for sale. Well, this is the opposite of this. So these are all for sale. Every one of these will have a price on them. So if anybody wants any of these, you can get a hold of me via Instagram or Facebook or however you know me, and you can buy some of these if you'd like. But I'm just sharing some of the cooler ones or the, but yeah, Rickster likes the Hulk. I like the Hulk. So Dr. Bruce Banner, physician. Okay, we won't do that. Anyway, we're going to flip through the books here. We got a 12-cent cover. This book is beat up. Hulk number 109. Got Kazar here on the cover. Asking $7 for this book. But obviously, if somebody was to buy a whole bunch of these, I would totally work with you. And we're just going to keep moving right along here. Some of these covers are really cool. If anybody sees anything that we want to dig more into. But here we got a 15-cent cover. Hulk 124. We got the Wrath of the Rhino. I kind of liked when the Hulk would fight the Rhino. You know, it kind of showed you that Rhino had some pretty good powers if he was able to knock the Hulk around.
Well, I would think that if
Then
Rhino
Hulk,
knocked him around enough, he would get angry enough to get big enough to beat Rhino's ass.
he usually did, and usually because he could handle Rhino like Spider-Man couldn't. So it kind of flips the script on Rhino because Rhino's used to being the big bad strong one in the fight, and then when he fights Hulk, he gets tossed around like he would be tossing Spider-Man around. But it was always fun. And here's another one with the Rhino. I think it's the same story here. So
Is that the exact
always
same
fun.
story, or is that just a continuation of the story from the other?
Well, actually, no, I have that wrong. That was issue 124. This is issue 157. So yeah, we are further along.
Okay.
But we do have issue 158, which is the continuation of that story.
There you go. Well, we have Benson Benson with Magic the Gathering and Gaming here with us tonight. And he's got something here, question here about Red Hulk. He says, Red Hulk is just a really angry guy consumed by bad red hemorrhoids, right?
Actually, I don't know much for Red Hulk other than I believe Red Hulk is General Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, I
Who
think
has-
I think you're right on that one. Apparently he's going to show up in the new Falcon Captain America movie that's coming out next year or something, and we've seen the trailer for that and the bad CGI Red Hulk that was revealed in that. Have you seen that yet, Jones?
I've seen enough bad CGI She-Hulk to last me a lifetime, though. And then we got Smart Hulk here in the MCU or MCU, and I'm not a big fan of Smart Hulk. I like this Hulk. I like the torn purple trousers, Hulk smash Hulk. You know, and
That's the Hulk
here's where we got
that's in the public consciousness, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where they've gone with the Hulk. I mean, they made him a machine gun toting the Mr. Fix-It gangster, and then
it's that one. That one's fun.
I don't get it though. I mean, Smart Hulk, something else Hulk on the planet with gladiators and fighting, and I don't know.
Well, see, to me, Hulk best is Hulk with torn purple trousers, throwing tanks around, fighting the army in the 70s. And the further away you move him from that, the more he's not the Hulk to me.
Exactly. And Rickster, I will say that the Red Hulk and the Green Hulk are two separate characters.
Yeah. The Red Hulk's not Banner Hulk, but the Gray Hulk is Banner Hulk. That's a smarter version of Hulk, where he's the enforcer in Vegas, Mr. Joe Fix-It, which was fun to do, but they always got away from that and got back to where Hulk should be, Green Hulk that we all know and love. Now here I've got a slew of first appearance characters that you probably have never heard of and will never hear of again. But Hulk was lacking villains in this time, and so they kept trying to conjure them. This is the first appearance of a character called Aquan. I've never heard of him, and I don't know what he is, but
he looks like a sea man.
Yeah, he's like a water Hulk, I guess. I don't know. This one I didn't care for, but it's a first appearance of a character. So anytime I have a comic for sale and there's a first appearance of a character, I always include that. Now this one is a bit of a weird first appearance, but I do know this one, and he actually got an episode in that 90s Hulk cartoon. This is the Zax. He's an electricity man. And this is the first appearance of that.
Okay.
The electric Hulk monster guy. And yeah, I really like this old artwork. I think some of these are Herb Trimpe
That Herb
Hulks.
Trimpe or Sal Busey?
That might be Sal Buscema actually here. But yeah, either one. Those guys really, really had it. Here we have Hulk fighting MODOK.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I thought this was a really cool cover. MODOK in a big giant Hulk smashing suit. And yes, very, very fun. And then we have another first appearance character. This is the Harpy. Again, don't know much about her. Never seen her before, but green Harpy lady. Looks pretty cool.
Nightwing wants to see the leader.
Do you think I may have him in here, or that one might have sold? I know I have one you guys are going to really pop for coming up here. This is issue 169. It's a 20-cent cover. This is the first appearance of the Bi Beast. Now, I don't know what the Bi Beast is, but it's that.
Those things kind of remind me of those monsters they used to do, you know, like Fin Fan Foom over there in Fantastic Four.
Well, and that's more or less Stan Lee's Hulk was, or Jack Kirby's Hulk, was them being able to do their monster stories in the guise of a superhero story. But
Chico's
this one
Takeovers
here
wants to see Hulk versus Wolverine.
Well, I might be able to help you out with that one here at the end. But this cover, this one's a little more expensive. I'm asking $20 for this one. It's issue 171. It's a very cool cover. You'll probably even recognize it. This is the Hulk and the Abomination with the Rhino. So he's in a bit of a two-way fight here. Very cool book.
Tell us a little bit about the Abomination.
Abomination was if I remember right, he was basically the evil version of Hulk. He's a spy, Emil Blonsky, and he was created to take on the Hulk, but he went south. And yeah, this is a Trimpe cover here. So this is a pretty cool book here.
Big
Probably
shout out here
one.
to Jeffrey McHenry, who's joined us tonight. Thank you for being here, sir. If you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, go ahead and do that right now before you forget it, and hit that like button, sir. Thank you for being here.
And here we got issue 164. This is the first appearance of Captain Omen and Colonel Ambrust. Don't know who any of those characters are, but it's a first appearance. So again, I included it. And here's Hulk side by side with the Juggernaut. So they are not fighting each other. They're actually teamed up together against the army. I thought that was interesting.
That's right. That's right, Rick. The Abomination was Emil Blonsky. Correct, sir.
Yes.
And is that the Juggernaut you said, or was that
Juggernaut from the X-Men?
Yeah. Now did he give the Hulk a pretty good fight there? I would think he could.
Well, see, here they're teamed up together. I haven't read the issues, so I'm not sure what happens here, but it looks to me like they team up together fighting the army.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Sure, and I mean, I guess if I've seen issues where the Juggernaut and the Hulk do smash each other around, and it's actually kind of fun. Here's Hulk battling the Inhumans.
Okay, no, there we go. There's Black Bolt.
I like the artwork on that, and again, a Black Bolt using his power, where he's got the sonic scream or what have you.
Was there a character called Wendigo? Nightwing says Hulk versus the Wendigo.
Yes, I can pull that book out. It's a doozy. I'll have to dig it out here, but I think Bill knows which one I'm talking about. We got issue 177 here. He's battling the Warlock.
Okay.
And again, I just like the artwork of these. Very cool. I was lucky to get these in a big lot, big collection. And here's a villain y'all probably would know. The oh wait, no, I got this wrong. I thought this was the Absorbing Man. It's not. It's the Missing Link.
Okay.
But again, another one of those kind of B-list Hulk villains.
Big old muscle bound thing so they can try to give the Hulk a run for his money, but Hulk ends up beating his ass in the end anyway.
Right. And they kind of play the Godzilla vibe with Hulk a lot, where like Hulk's the monster, but he's beating the worst monster.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of very much play that game. Here's the second appearance of that Zack Electricity Man guy.
The living dynamo. Okay.
And y'all
John's still with us.
recognize
He hasn't gotten on the plane yet. He says Hulk versus Thor for the first time.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that. That would be a fun one.
Was it kind of like it was in the Marvel movies, you know, boom, 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 puny god.
Every Hulk fight's kind of boom, 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 boom. And if anybody can take it, then throw it back at him, you know, good on them. But if Hulk gets the boom, boom, that's usually the end. Y'all might recognize this little gargoyle dude.
Oh, yeah. Rickster's got a question. Rickster says, Jonezer, did they ever make a Yuri Topolov figure?
Not that I know of.
Who the hell is Yuri Topolov? Tell me, Jonezer.
You know, I don't know if I do know.
Oh, enlighten us, Rickster. You caught us with our britches.
That definitely did. And coming down on the last couple of these, here was the Absorbing Man one I thought that I had earlier.
Nightwing says that I'll laugh my ass off when Mr. Fix-It versus the Kingpin. Okay.
Yeah.
And John's got that comic that you had there.
Okay. The Absorbing Man one?
Gargoyle.
Oh, the Yuri Topolov is the gargoyle.
Okay.
So I do know him that way.
I think that they made a gargoyle figure, did they not? At some point, I know they had to.
They should have. If they haven't, yeah. And then here he is.
Won't. He meant to say won't. Okay, he wants that comic.
Okay.
Well, it's for sale, so get in touch with him.
Yeah, any of these are for sale. And here's the last two. We got Hulk battling the Avengers here.
Okay. Who is that's Giant Man back there in the background. That Hank Pym?
Yep. And then we've got Thor and Iron Man lurking.
Uh-huh. And who's getting their ass beat? Somebody's getting their ass.
That's what I was wondering myself. Oh, that's Dr. Banner. So Hulk's beating on himself.
Okay. Rickster says he's looking for a gargoyle action figure. Okay.
Got you. Yeah, I don't know if they've ever done that. And then last one I got here is the first appearance of the Superman droid. And I just like this cover with the Hulk smashing the ground here.
All right. Help me out here, Jones. Back when I was a kid, I wasn't a big fan of reading Hulk comics, but I was a fan of the cartoon show that came on right around the time Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends did, that featured the Hulk whose clothes would rip, but they would miraculously come back together again when he turned back to Banner. And they had a character that was based on the Talbot character in the comics. And then I remember Talbot. Yeah, I remember picking up a comic where Talbot was in a big robot trying to fight the Hulk. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I'm sure they've done that. I do not know offhand what issue.
And
that
Doc
is.
Sampson says Nightwing. He likes Doc Sampson. Okay, yeah, I remember Doc Sampson. He had green hair and he was gamma infused or something.
And I'm gonna pull out the big dog here.
Lou Ferrigno's had real hair was the same as the Hulk's, so why did they make him wear that fright wig? I don't know, sir.
Well, and someone had mentioned the Wolverine and the Hulk, and I never need to get my arm twisted too hard to show this one off, but
Yeah.
this is the famous Hulk 181. This is not for sale, and this is the first appearance of Wolverine, and I always like showing this bad boy off.
How much is that comic worth, Jonezer?
Oh, at least $1,000.
And I notice it's not slabbed. Are you going to get it slabbed?
I am going to get it clean, pressed, and slabbed. The one issue that it has that's killing me here is somebody in their infinite wisdom decided to write in pen right there.
I can't
And
read
so
what it
that's
says.
going to hurt. I believe it says 8/6. So somebody probably
that was probably either a news vendor or whoever had that comic for sale in their shop. Pencil that number in there, 8 of 6 or 6
Right.
of 8 or something.
And it's got a little rip right here too, where the Canadian superhero is. So this is probably going to be a low mid grade, but I would still think maybe if I'm lucky, we could get a 3 or a 4. I always shoot low, depending on how bad they're going to ding me for that little rip and that pen mark. Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. And I have opened it up and flipped through it to make sure nobody cut out the Marvel value stamp, because that's common. Somebody will clip that baby boy out and it'll completely kill the grade on your book. But yeah, this is probably the jewel of my comic collection. I've wanted this book all my life, and I finally got one. And yeah,
Jonezer,
I think I've showed it off.
Jonezer, Rickster's got the 66 intro to the Hulk cartoon in his head. Sing it for us, man.
Oh, was it the Doc Bruce Banner? Sucked by gamma rays. I can't remember. Gamma rays.
Yeah, I like that too. And Toy Mama's
The
with us. Hey,
ever-loving
Christina.
Hulk.
Christina's with us
sorry.
tonight. Good to see you. I'm glad you could join us. Nightwing says, truth be told, it took 3 people to make the Hulk. Bill, Lou, and superstar Billy Graham. All right.
Right. But yeah, I wanted to do some Hulk comics for the Rickster, because I know he's such a Hulk fan. And I thought, with the exception of the 181, any of those books, if any of y'all are interested, they were all for sale, with the exception of the last one. You can watch the replay and let me know which one you were looking for. I've also got plenty more for sale if you want to dig deeper.
Do you have those for sale on the Evil Bay, sir?
Do not. They're not listed. These are good ones to take to the shows, so I don't usually put those up on Evil Bay unless I'm just dying to move it and get feed to death.
All right. Well, thank you for the wonderful Hulk comic corner tonight there, Joneser. We appreciate that. That was a great introduction there to some of the Hulk comic books from back in the day. Those looked enticing. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, and I think Hulk works best in that time period where he's, again, torn purple trousers, jumping around in the desert, battling Thunderbolt Ross and Talbot, and looking for his cure we all know he's never going to find. And of course, with all comic characters and stories, you have to move the story along, and you have to. But I mean, there is a point where it's like that's the best of it. And in my opinion, the Hulk works best in the 70s in that time frame. Kind of like Spider-Man works best in the 60s and 70s. That's where he does his best work. Fantastic Four as well. The more you move them away from that, the more you kind of lose what they had. Now, like you could argue Spider-Man and the X-Men had a resurgence in the 90s where some of that stuff might have been even better. But some of these other characters didn't do well when time moved on. You just ended up getting weird.
And like I said, Christina with us, Toy Mama, and she was asked how Adam's doing, and she said he's doing good. He's home this weekend dog sitting.
She's rolling her eyes on that one.
And Richter says there was an episode of the TV Hulk where Hulk is stuck in mid-transformation that is very close to the comic.
I like that one. I like that episode because it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was stuck half Hulk and half Banner, and was kind of like lethargic or slothy in that episode. That was a fun one. Another one that I enjoyed from the TV Hulk was the one where he met the Hulk that was Hulk before him, the evil, bushy eyebrowed old man Hulk. Yeah, to have like a Hulk versus evil Hulk fight. That was fun.
I remember that one quite well. The evil Hulk, yeah, he had those bushy eyebrows, that funny ridge across his forehead, and the funny hair.
Yeah. That was a good one. He had to waste the cure to cure him, and he couldn't use it on himself, and he only had one.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, the show had to continue.
Prometheus, says Nightwing, and Richter says the evil Hulk. All right, Nightwing had given us a $5 super chat earlier today, and he said Superpowers team. So you know what that means, Jonezer.
That time is now.
It is correct. That is correct, sir. That time is absolutely now. So here we go, folks. That time is now.
The Adventures of Super.
not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Solar defenses informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
Hope you guys enjoyed that wonderful bit of superhero fun there. And no, Rickster, I probably won't be playing any monkey videos, and I'm pretty sure it was the other way around. But yes, sir, the monkeys were great. Did you ever watch the monkeys on television there, Jonezer?
When I was a kid, yeah, I think it was on when I'd like be at my grandparents' house or whatnot, but I can't say I was a fan.
Not a big fan of the monkeys. I think the
I
monkeys.
didn't hate them or anything. I just, it wasn't anything I sought out.
I want to say that the monkeys were the answer to the Beatles movie A Hard Day's Night.
I was more of a Kiss versus.
Ooh, that was real. That was so crappy. It was good.
That's what I thought.
That was when Ace Frehley decided he just wasn't going to cooperate, so they took another person and had him stand in for him, and he was an African American.
Nobody noticed though because they painted him up anyway.
Yeah.
Well, while you were
Rickster
playing
continues
all
to
that
quote,
music and
quote
fun,
Dumb and Dumber for us. Rickster is our movie quoter man. He quotes movies to see if we're on our toes.
absolutely.
You'll get me probably every time, but Joneser, he's a little more sharper than I am when it comes to movie quotes.
Rickster?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was catching on to the Dumb and Dumber for sure. I was a big fan of that. Watched that many times.
And Susudio was a fan of both the Beatles and the Monkees.
You can like Marvel and DC at the same time. It's okay.
That'd be me. If it's a movie I've seen, I'm good. I'm only human, Bill. Come on, stop being a baby. So we backtracked a tad. Well, I've got a few requests in here. If you got some requests, put them in now. I did put the requests in that I saw on the screen. And yes, tonight we will play your favorite Bigfoot girl. And the studio said that was her generation, Joneser, the Monkees and the Beatles. Yeah, I got you. There he is, old Tombstone with his suit and tie, and what's that in his hand?
Oh, a little crowbar.
Oh, he's gonna beat somebody's ass.
You know what I noticed? Like I said earlier, he came with like a trigger finger, but he had no gun. This little Lex Luthor one kind of
Uh,
worked out okay.
All Music Fan 88 Jeff wants me to play the Spider-Man cartoon, Spider-Man and Amazing Friends cartoon theme. I probably can acquire that. If I do, I'll put it in the mix, but I'm probably gonna have to run it through the filter and see if it'll get me or not. It may or may not get me. Where'd you find that pistola there that he's got in his hand?
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor, the hit me in the head, Lex Luthor.
Yep. I figure it's a little small, but it works out.
Rickster says that his generation was New Kids on the Block. Ugh.
Yeah, I suffered through that as well. That and oh, what else was going at that time? Madonna and MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice and
Ice Baby. Ding, 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 where he stole the tune straight from the Rolling Stones.
MC Hammer straight up stolen from Rick James.
They called that sampling back in the day. I don't know if they ever, I don't know if they got away with that or whether they ended up having to pay money up from the lawsuit. I don't remember.
I will never forget because I was in 6th grade and my 6th grade teacher played us the Queen song and the Rick James song. And all of us were like, what is this? Because we didn't know. We'd only heard the Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer version. We'd never heard the originals.
Paula Abdul. Now I had a crush on Paula Abdul, my friend.
I will not dare say that name, Rick, but I will say that I'm never going to give you up, never going to let you down, and hurt you.
Cry for help.
I think I Rick rolled the Rickster.
Yeah. Susudio says Beatles, Monkees, Elvis, Rolling Stones, then Elton John and Billy Joel. My wife is a big Elvis fan.
I was big on Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Twisted Sister,
Yes.
Iron Maiden.
Yes.
Still like Iron Maiden. Yeah, that was kind of my stuff.
And don't Rickroll us, please, says Susudio. Please don't. Too late.
Yeah.
And Richter says that Rick Astley is his favorite singer.
There you go then.
And Elton John and Billy Joel were my childhood on the piano good times. The Billy Joel song that I really, really liked, I think it was We Didn't Start the Fire. I love that.
Good tune. That is a very good tune. Of course, I'm a little biased when it comes to Billy Joel. I like the Anthony song.
Why would that be?
You ought to know by now.
Well, see what we got going on here. I liked them also. The 80s had great music. I will agree. It was late 70s and 80s for me was my time for music. That's what I like to listen to. And Rickster, what are you telling us there, sir? Do I need to read between those lines there, Jonezer?
I don't know if you do. Was that before or after Cindy Crawford?
I kind of liked her too. Wasn't she a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue model?
I remember her on MTV, but
He was kind of hot there back in the day.
Steve Brinkley. Okay, he had that one too.
Nightwing. I liked the KFC and the Superman movies.
If I remember that. I remember Marlboro.
I remember the Marlboro sign as well. I think KFC was in the Superman movie. I saw something. They were talking about Superman 4 earlier, The Quest for Peace, which was a really, really awful movie. And almost a third of that movie was cut. And for years, the only way to see what that was cut out of it was to read the comic book adaptation, which included it. I actually had a chance the last couple of days to watch the deleted scenes from Superman 4. Oh my God, they were awful.
They were cut for good reason.
Yeah, but see, but it does make the movie make more sense and be more coherent because apparently Lex Luthor had created a nuclear man before the one we saw in the finished movie. A first nuclear man that was more like Bizarro Superman than Nuclear Man, although he didn't have Bizarro's Superman costume on, and it really, really rotten.
That movie was a guilty pleasure for me. I was in 4th grade when it came out. I had the book, the picture book that went along with it. I went to the theater and saw it with my parents. You know, like, so yeah, it's bad, but I have good memories of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the only good thing about it was it had Christopher Reeve in it as Superman, in my opinion.
Man, you got to see Superman put the rock on top of the volcano and put it down. I was sold right there.
But he
nothing else.
was that the one where he exhibited his brand new superpower, the repair the Great Wall of China vision?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I remember that too. I also really liked the where he held up the ton weight with his hair.
I think they did that a lot in the comic book, especially back in the Silver Age.
Yeah, I mean, this is killer stuff, you know. And I mean, you got to understand too. At that time, our ability to get through a bad superhero movie was way better than it is now. Now we have like big budget superhero movies that are terrible, and we're like, I can't watch this trash. Give me some David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury, though. Oh yeah, I can do that. You know, or let's watch you know, some John Wesley Shipp Flash. These are great.
I liked it. Of course, the kind of stuff that we watched on TV back in those days was a little more wholesome, and it was a little more easy watching. You didn't have to really pay too much attention to it to keep watching to get the story plot going. I remember watching Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, or whatever it was. Those kind of shows. They had mid-level to almost rotten special effects in them, but we didn't mind.
Knight Rider. Now that was another one I watched a lot of.
Yes, I like Knight Rider as well. And Honor You 83 brings up the Batman 89 and Superman 77 comics. Do you have any of those in your?
I do not. I have heard that they are good reads and they're good throwbacks to you know, that time period for those characters, which are very iconic for both of those characters. No, I have not read or do I have any of that. Although I do probably have Batman comic books from 1989, and I do have Superman comic books from 77, but not the ones he means.
If you haven't yet gotten your hand, I've got it over here on my graphic novel shelf over here. If you haven't ever seen or got your hands on the comic book adaptation of the Michael Keaton Batman movie that with the artwork by Jerry Ordway in it, that is a beautiful comic.
Yeah, I do have that.
Rick here, I thought Knight Rider was like human type. I worried for him when he crashed.
Well, Kit seemed alive, you know, and he had a personality. And The ones that stuck out to me on that show, do you remember when there was an evil kit? It was called
Yes,
Car.
Car. Yes, Car.
Yeah, that those were some of the best episodes.
And then we found out that when they did the plastic surgery on Michael Knight, they turned him to look like the son of the guy that created all of that. So and he was evil. And Chico's
Yep. That was a good
Takeo's
show.
brings up Airwolf. Yeah, Airwolf was like Kit, but a helicopter. I always thought that it
I
was a
didn't
rip
watch
off of
that one
Blue
as
Thunder.
much. I didn't watch that one as much. I did watch what was the one where it was like the knockoff Superman and they had the Believe It or Not, I'm
The
a
Greatest
walking on
American
it.
Hero.
There you go. I watched a lot of that.
I liked Greatest American Hero, as a matter of fact. I kind of wanted them to continue that show, and it got canceled. Wah wah wah. And I've got the entire DVD collection in there that also includes the never seen on television pilot for a redo of it with a female Greatest American Hero in it, which wasn't too bad.
You can watch them on the Roku channel, I think, right now.
Yeah, I don't have that. I've got that Pluto TV thing. Do you have that?
I'm sure I could look it up. Pluto, yeah.
William Cat.
Not sure what that's referencing.
He's referencing something, and he'll probably get us with it because he likes doing that to us.
I like learning new things, or a lot of times he's unlocking something that I did know and I forgot.
Rickster's pretty sharp. I'm telling you, he's smart, and I love having him in the chat. The greatest hero.
I'll tell you another one I watched a lot of, and it was a Sid and Marty Croft. I'm sure you remember this. They're the Marshall, Will, and Holly on a
The
routine
Land of the Lost.
expedition. And the greatest earthquake ever known.
I did watch that, and I actually have all of those episodes in there in my DVD collection. Wonderful, and it really had a pretty good storyline to it because it was going somewhere.
Yeah, it was almost episodic. I also can remember, and again, this unlocked okay, I watched these as a kid, and I seen the DVD sets at Best Buy, all 3 seasons, and I was like, scooped, and I just bought it all. And I ain't watched it in probably 30 years, who knows.
All right. Did you ever smoke of the herb occasionally when?
Yeah, a little bit.
There was a Sid and Marty Krofft thing called Lidsville that was impossible to watch unless you were partaking of a little bit of that herb. Do you remember Lidsville?
Don't.
The best I can describe it, it was big anthropomorphic hat.
Huh. What was funny is I put that Land of the Lost on, and I got the kids, and my son Taylor, he's probably about 5 or 6 at the time, and I'm telling him about this show. I used to watch it when I was a kid, and he's sitting here and he's looking at the special effects of it, and he's looking at me, and he's looking at the TV, and he's just like, "Dad, this is just bad." And I'm like, "This is just what it was at the time. You know, this was the best thing you could do on a television budget." And I tell them about the Slee Stack and how afraid of them I was when I was a kid. Those things horrified me, and I was scared of them. And then they come on, and I'm watching it through adult eyes now, and I'm like, but I did figure out why they scared me. And it wasn't so much what they looked like or the music or the sound or any of that. It was the way the actors and actresses reacted to them, because they reacted with such fear and just, and you made you believe it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, I remember the Voyagers. Do you remember that show back from '82, the Voyagers?
I
Uh,
don't.
it, it's worth watching. It's one of those that ought to be on Sci-Fi Saturday night on MeTV things. I think he had some kind of little dial on his hand that would shoot him through time, and it was him and this little kid, and they would time travel and stuff like that. It was a pretty good show. Um, William Catt was the guy who played Ralph Hinckley or Hanley or whatever it was. They changed his name in the middle of the series for reasons. Greatest American Hero. Susudio said, "Do you know that William Catt is Barbara Hale's son?" And you know who Barbara Hale is, right? That's Della Street from Perry Mason. Okay.
Okay. I did not know there was a Ferris Bueller TV series. I'm
There was,
probably
and it
from
was
what it,
awful. But there was also a knockoff Ferris Bueller television show that was even more popular than the Ferris Bueller television show, which came about because of Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Do you remember that
I
one?
remember that one. I
Yeah,
remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I watched that.
yeah. Parker Lewis Can't Lose was created because of the movie Ferris Bueller. And then they
Did not know
created a
that.
television show of Ferris Bueller that was terrible. Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Rickster says the Hulk TV series scared him, especially the transformation when his eyes would go white and you'd hear that music,
That music.
that piano.
Yeah. Yeah.
You knew somebody's ass was fixing to get kicked whenever that music would come in.
It scared my son Taylor too, because Hulk is my son's favorite superhero. And so we watched a lot of those when he was little. And yeah, that transformation scene would scare him too.
What about Revenge of the Nerds and Weird Science?
I remember the Weird Science TV series. I do remember that.
It was based on the movie Weird Science.
I remember the movie more, but
And believe it or not, that was supposed to be for the EC Comics Weird Science, but to me it never clicked as that back in the day.
I remember the Revenge of the Nerds. I watched that many times.
You know, they can't do shows like that anymore.
Why? Nobody thinks it's funny anymore?
Apparently.
You know what? I think everybody got a little too soft and they can't laugh at things and enjoy things. And that's really the problem. And it's not that you can't do these things anymore. It's that people can't just shut up and enjoy them. Like I watched, I don't know if you know this, The Undertaker has a podcast now or a show where he does shoot interviews on YouTube. And I've been watching them. And he had The Godfather on there. And they're talking about, oh, The Godfather's character doesn't work in 2024. Why? Oh, well, because you can't say ho. Why? You can't say pimp and hoe. Why?
I don't know. The same reason. Well, I don't know. I was going to say the same reason why we can't have the Attitude Era now, but apparently, from what I heard from Triple H, Hunter, they're going to move Brawl to Netflix, and they could do whatever the hell they want on Netflix because there's no network censorship anymore. What do you think, Jonezer? How's that going to work out?
Netflix ain't going to let them do anything good.
You think?
Yeah, Netflix is all in that freaking PC. Well, I don't know. Actually, Netflix
no, because they let those comedy guys get on there about Dave Chappelle and do whatever and say whatever the hell they want to.
About it. Yeah, no, Netflix.
They fired a whole bunch of those idiots that caused a whole bunch of trouble over there over Dave Chappelle. Do you remember that? They all went out.
And they stuck by him too. They stuck by him when he stood his ground. That's the thing. You can still do these things. You can still tell these jokes, and you just have to look at these crying people and say, no, it's a joke and it's funny. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. Thank you. F you, goodbye.
Exactly.
No, I'm not going to be canceled, and you can't cancel me, and that's not happening.
Well,
they just got to double down.
Yeah, that makes me want to put that kind of song I've been working on here into the music and set list. I'm going to do that real quick.
That's what you got to do. That's the move. Dave Chappelle showed the move. Bill Burr did the same thing.
Yeah. I like Bill
He
Burr.
did-
Now, Bill Burr, he's a little more liberal than people want to make out like he is, but he's still he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he don't put up with any crap.
No, he doesn't. And the thing is, like, that's the move. If someone's going to say, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't tell that joke. You can't be this way. You can't think like that." Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want. You have just as much freedom as the other side does.
Mm-hmm.
And they hate it.
They absolutely do hate it. They absolutely do hate it. And
Free
one of the
speech for me, but not for thee.
well, one of the things that we're finding out is that these new audiences that they're trying to make shows for and ruin things for the rest of us with aren't making them any money. So I'm kind of curious as to how long they can keep doing this crap before they have no choice but to give people stuff that they really want to watch.
Well, and that's exactly what's going to happen. It's like Rickster's saying here about the production, if they'll back you up or turn on you like they did with Roseanne. And that's a great argument because look at what kind of show they had with her
Mm-hmm.
and look at what kind of show they had without her. I do not believe they had the same success.
Right. And they didn't. And I be honest with you, I didn't watch any of it. After it seems to me like that what they're doing now with a lot of stuff is just rehashing the stuff that they did years and years ago over and over and over again.
Well, here's what's funny. It's like you didn't know what you had with Roseanne there. You don't remember she did the national anthem, grabbed her crotch and spit and did the whole thing. Like she's been controversial since she was around.
Yeah,
Always.
that was her shtick.
That she's offensive. She's in your face. She's gonna bother you. That's what you came for, I thought.
Well, yeah, apparently.
Hi, Blue Sky Squatch. Yes, we are live.
Hey, you kind of got us on the end part where we're kind of playing with the chat here. Never watched Roseanne back in the 80s. I thought she was crazy. Like we said, that was her shtick.
Yeah, that was the character. I my first exposure to her was the movie She Devil. My mom liked that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time I remember her. Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side. Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
The Hitchhiker. I remember that.
Hitchhiker was good. Or The Outer Limits.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the original one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was some good stuff right there. Do you remember the Night Gallery?
Yes. Married with Children, Man After My Own Heart. Oh yeah, that was good stuff. That woman came into the shoe store and I squeezed her hoof into a size 503.
Her hoof. Poor old.
That's another one they say you wouldn't get away with that nowadays. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Just
you just
do
have
it.
to say, yes, he's a horrible person, and that's what it is. Enjoy the show or don't watch it.
You know, a lot of these studios that are trying to get, I guess for the lack of a better word, woke, are just losing money and leaving money on the table.
Because there are still horrible people out there who think this is funny, and I'm one of them.
And
I don't care. You know?
yeah, I really don't care either, and that's why I put my little work in progress. I don't care song in the music and fun list that we're going to hit here in just a few seconds. Richter says, I like when these hot women come along, and Al would say sexist remarks.
I always liked when he would call Marcy the chicken. Why don't you just get way out of here?
Speaking of Marcy, we were talking one time, I think off the air, and you were telling me about the chick who played Marcy, who was, insane in the
Oh yeah,
membrane.
yeah.
Tell him what happened when she tried to get him in trouble.
I don't remember the entire thing, but there was something to the effect that they didn't get along, her and Ed O'Neill, and she had some kind of problem with him, and he told her basically, look, I don't have to put up. I could go to the people and say, look, you get rid of her, and that's it, and that would be it. You can't turn around and do that to me. You can't go to them and say, hey, get rid of him or I walk. That won't happen. You don't have that button. I do. And he wasn't going to use it. He just wanted her to know, like, look, you're going to continue to be a pain in my butt. Like, I've got the pull here, not you.
Rickster, one thing I never understood, it was marriage lessons from Al. Now I do.
Oh yeah, that's some funny stuff.
Well, when I would watch Married with Children, I was in my late teens, early 20s, okay? So, sometimes Peggy would be in the mood and I was like, "Oh, Peg." And I was like,
No, I thought Peggy was hot.
me too. And I was
Just
like,
throwing that
"What
out
the
there.
fuck's wrong with you, Al?" But then again, once you reach a certain age, you kind of understand what was going on. It's not always about
Right.
it.
Well, and I think in all relationships, whether you're married or dating or long term or what have you, there's usually one person that's a little more into it than the other person is. And it's very seldom that they're both wild like that. There's usually one always scratching and the other one always pushing away.
Let's see what Susudio's saying here. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you say. I never did believe you much anyway. I don't care anymore. So get out of my way. Let me by. I got better things to do with my time. No Ed O'Neill, no show.
Right.
Jonezer said
Well,
you could play role dead soldier in the movie House. I'm coming for you,
coming
Roger.
for you, Roger. I always like the line on Married with Children when the big lady say, "How dare you say that to my face? Well, I'd say it behind your back, but my car's only got a half a tank of gas."
Yeah, that's she was quoting the lyrics from a Phil Collins song.
I don't care anymore. I don't care what you say.
I about got to that point too. I mean, you reach a certain age and you really don't care.
I'll tell you what, man. I had a breakup with a gal, and I was driving my car down the road, and this song comes on. It's a Phil Collins song, and I was really feeling the lyrics to this song in this moment. And I'm sure you'll recognize them. It was "Why does it always seem to be looking at you, you's looking at me?" And he says, "Tell me it's black, but I know that it's white. Always the same. It's just a shame. That's all."
Absolutely.
Man, I felt that one.
And that kind of puts everything in perspective for us Gen Xers, does it not? I mean, we look at this on a daily basis. Like,
Right. Tell me it's day, but I know that it's night.
you ever watch the movie Network? Gotta watch that. I think that's the one where the newscaster just finally says, "I'm mad as hell and I can't take it anymore." Yeah, that song would be
I always
great for
love
us on
the
YouTube's is.
I always love the Al Bundy one-liners. I think favorite episodes of that show. I like the one where he's returning the library book. That's a classic. And probably the one where he's going to break Puggy Weaver's bowling record, and then Peggy bowls a perfect game on the same night.
Oh no.
Oh, come on, kids. Let's go put my big bowling trophy next to Dad's little ones.
All right.
Ah.
All right, folks. What we're going to do is, because it is now the witching hour, and the Ducks are playing. I am going to play the request list, but I'm going to go ahead and say good journey now before the request list starts. Jonezer and I will be taking off as soon as those requests are over with, and then credits will roll. And once again, Jonezer, I'm going to stick your feet on the fire. Are you doing anything tomorrow on your channel?
I'm going to try to do some kind of live stream something. I don't know what, and I don't know when.
Okay, well, that means that go and subscribe to the Motu Jonezer and hit those notification bells to all notifications, and make sure your phone is set up so that they will reach you on that, so you would know when Jonezer goes live, if he does tomorrow, and you can catch him. And before I hit the music and fun list, I will say this. I was talking to Super John from the Super Awesome Geek Show earlier this week, and he was lamenting the fact that Sunday is so full of shows that he didn't know what he was going to do. And I said, I'll tell you what you do, John. You pick a time slot and you go in it and you don't give a shit, because there's way fewer time slots than there are YouTubers, so you just got to go on. Don't matter.
Yeah, you do. And you also got to fit what fits your life and your schedule. You don't want to be looking around, oh, am I going to step on my friend? Man, all my friends are YouTubers. I'm going to step on somebody inevitably.
Shelley Duvall, yes, that's correct, Susudio. Here's the three: Shelley Duvall, Dr. Ruth, and Richard Simmons, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right there, Jonezer?
I didn't know about Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid from Alf, too. That's right. The little kid on Alf was found dead with his service dog.
Yeah, I heard about that one, too. So, yeah, it's inevitable, folks. It's going to happen to all of us eventually, because as Evel Knievel said, death is a part of life.
The kid weren't that old.
No,
so there's something goofy there.
Wasn't. He was very young. He was our age, says Rickster. Well, you know, I guess 50 is the new 30, right?
Oh, it all depends, I guess. I remember him from Alf, and I remember him from a Disney horror movie, Mr. Boogedy.
All right, folks, let's play out the music and fun, and stay tuned, folks, because the most requested song of them all will play us out tonight, and that is our Bigfoot girl, Angie. There you go. I knew you'd whistle her. All right, folks. Good journey. Remember, keep on collecting and stay fantastic.
I'm hidden like a thorn, unfazed by the lies, unshaken or rise, can't take me down. They talk but I don't care, living loud in their minds. I'm the boy they can't find, rent free it feels fine. I don't give a damn what the haters think, I don't give a damn. I'm living on a break, I don't give a damn. In their heads I stay, I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm here to stay. They try but they're lost, I'm a ghost in the night. I'm the endless fight, can't make me go. I smile will declare, I'm the shadow they see. I'm where they'll always be, but they'll never know. I don't give a damn what the haters think, I don't give a damn. I'm living on a break, I don't give a damn. In their heads I stay, I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm try but they're lost. I'm a ghost in the night. I'm the endless fight. Can't make me go. I smile while they glare. I'm the shadow they see. I'm where they'll always be, but they'll never know. But they'll never know. I don't give a damn what the haters think. I don't give a damn. I'm living on a break. I don't give a damn. In their heads I stay. I'm here to stay. Yeah, I'm here to stay.
Oh shit.
Special thanks to the channel supporters. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like, subscribe, and share the video.